Thanks. Hi everybody, I'm your host tonight, Travis. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching at home. Tonight we've got a great show for you. First off, big news coming out of Saskatchewan today. The provincial government announced that they will be increasing the legal age for buying alcohol. They hope that this will help stop high school students from being able to purchase it. They plan on increasing the age to 34. Now, as we know, Saskatchewan is one of the most uncelebrated provinces in Canada. You'll never hear bad things about it. There's a bad stigma. People just don't like it. This is a myth. And we want to see if this myth holds out in Saskatchewan. So, as we do from time to time on our show, we send our camera crew on to the University of Regina to see what people think about Saskatchewan and what they know in tonight's edition of Real Witness News.
My name's John, from Calgary originally.
Ben, I'm from Regina.
I am Steen, and I'm from Moose Jaw.
My name is Bucci, I'm from Japan.
Samantha, and I'm from Buena Vista.
I'm Jared, and I'm from Calgary, Alberta.
My name is Theodore Russell Robuta, but you can call me Troy or Teddy, and I'm from the Philippines originally.
Oh, there is?
Yes.
I haven't seen.
In northern Saskatchewan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
I did not know that.
No.
Cypress Hills.
No, you've never been to one either?
No, I don't
No.
believe. Is Cypress Hills one?
Yeah.
Or is that Alberta? Cypress Hills?
I guess there's a, does the band Gathering in Moose Jaw count?
It's the Craven.
Craven and Rock by the River.
Yes, I have.
Which ones?
The Regina Folk Festival.
Famous Saskatchewan people? I have no idea.
No?
Famous Saskatchewan people. Just give me a minute. No.
I consider my mom popular, but aside from her, no.
No.
I did not know that, no.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Yes.
I do not.
No. Did you know that we are based in Treaty 4 land right now in Saskatchewan, in Regina?
No?
4 territory right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I did know that.
So there doesn't seem to be a lot of love for Saskatchewan out there. And I thought there has to be someone that loves Saskatchewan. So I went through my staff and I asked around, and it turns out we have one avid fan for Saskatchewan. Her name's Cassandra Bush, and she is our makeup artist. So let's welcome her tonight. Yep, so right there.
Thanks. Thank you.
So Cassandra, it looks like you have asked a lot about roads. What's that all about?
Yeah, so we wanted to just let everyone know that there is 1,900,000 kilometers per road per capita, and that is the most in the whole entire world.
Looks like you can drive for a while in Saskatchewan. So what's this all about, these mountains of sand up north in Saskatchewan? Tell me about it.
So northern Saskatchewan has these incredible sand mountains, but like literally nobody we interviewed knew about them. So like it's so weird that people don't realize how gorgeous the Saskatchewan lands really are.
Those are actually called sand dunes for the viewers. Yeah. Not mountains of sand, sand dunes.
Oh yeah, and just so you're aware, since people didn't know about like the Sound Mountain, like dune things, it's no surprise that the majority of the people we interviewed actually had no idea that we at the University of Regina are actually situated, us, are on Treaty 6 land. And man, am I ever blessed to be here.
Being from Hollywood, I get to meet a lot of famous people, yet I haven't met a famous person from Saskatchewan. Do you guys have any famous people up there?
Like Mark McMorris, duh! How do you not know who Mark McMorris is?
So tell us about the tunnels of Moose Jaw.
Oh my goodness, they're so cool. You get to go in like this tour guide and you follow them through these underground tunnels. Yeah, for like 2 hours. You're literally underground. It is so cool. And they walk you through the Chinese people's houses and where they used to sleep and cook and eat. So many cool things.
So Cassandra, during your survey, you asked quite a bit about music festivals in Saskatchewan. Why don't you tell us about those?
Okay, so the one festival that like everybody knew about, obviously, was Craven. It is literally the funnest festival in Saskatchewan. Every year my friends and I go. It is so fun. Like imagine a field full of guys wearing like cowboy boots and cowboy hats, and like girls are wearing like the little booty shorts and their plaid, and then you're sitting in a big field and all day long you're just drinking and getting super drunk, and then at night you get to see like the coolest performers ever. Like so many of them, and it's so cheap, and it's an amazing weekend. It's so cool.
Sounds like a good time.
It is.
So it sounds like Craven's a pretty crazy place. And with your vast amount of experience there, what would you say is the craziest story you had there?
Well, that's a toughie, but I mean, one time I was like texting, and I was walking, and then all of a sudden there was a tent pole. It came out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, seriously. And I fell on my face, and I got a big bruise, and it really hurt. So my friends took me to the hospital, clearly, because
Obviously.
it hurt really bad. Yeah, so went to the hospital, and they got me in a jiffy. It was perfect, fast, quick. They gave me a couple Band-Aids. It was good to go. They were all so nice. It was good.
Well, that's all the questions we have for you, Cassandra. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Oh, thank you so
Yeah,
much.
no problem. We'll
Yeah.
have to have you back
I
sometime.
know, it was so helpful.
Yeah.
Can I come back soon?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, yay. Bye!
Yeah. Next guests that we have on our show tonight are Leeza and Laura. They're two informed Saskatchewan. Yeah, come on in, girls. They're two Saskatchewan members of the province of Saskatchewan, and they're gonna tell us about Saskatchewan, let's go. So tell us about Saskatchewan.
Well, I would actually like to welcome you to Treaty 4 land.
Treaty 4. We have here that it's actually Treaty 6. That's what Cassandra informed us of.
Yeah, no, Cassandra was misinformed. We are on Treaty 4 land, and that was signed on September 15th, 1874, by the Cree and Lesotho.
So we want to bring awareness to the people who are just as misinformed as Cassandra, and inform them of the truths about Saskatchewan's history.
Well, let's talk about it. So what does she get wrong about Craven?
So the majority of the population who attend Craven are actually white. So like most of the performers that we see at Craven are also white.
And Craven is mainly a booze fest where it's perfectly acceptable to get intoxicated.
And even though there are like over 23,000 spectators annually, there is typically only a small percent of Indigenous people in attendance.
Okay, so Saskatchewan has many other festivals that are not acknowledged and have little attendance, including Mosaic, and it's a cultural festival with over 20 cultures from around the world. Saskatchewan also has many folk festivals.
Okay, so Treaty 4 weekend is located in Fort Capel, which is actually where Treaty 4 was signed. So this weekend is full of powwow dances, traditional songs, and food, and it helps for people to participate in reconciliation as well. So schools in the area also use this as a teaching opportunity.
So tell me about the sand dunes. Tell me about them.
So sand dunes are the ones that are located in northern Saskatchewan, and they are practically preserved because of the lack of roads and visitation. So settlers also didn't homestead in northern Saskatchewan because they couldn't handle the harsh winters there.
So I hear there's a lot of driving area in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, the main reason roads were created was to help fur traders travel to the Hudson Bay Company posts for goods. This was mainly a white necessity because before colonization, Indigenous people didn't really use roads.
Well, that's interesting. Let's move on to the dreamy Mark McMorris. Is he the only famous person in Saskatchewan? Is he the world renowned? Is that it? All just about him?
So like, although Saskatchewan is proud of the accomplishments of both of the McMorris brothers, Saskatchewan also has many other singers, actors, and athletes that have made this province proud.
So we have a few actors like Gordon Tatusis. He's an Indigenous actor. Brent Buttle. He's the actor on Corner Gas, the famous Saskatchewan TV show.
Famous, world renowned.
And then the late Dick Assman, who was made famous by David Letterman.
Yeah, and we also have some famous musicians. Joni Mitchell is a very popular one. Buffy St. Marie, who is a Métis singer. And then you also have Jess Muskalook.
We have some athletes who are quite famous in Saskatchewan. So there's Terry Cochran, who was actually a University of Regina Ram, and he went on to play for the Riders and the Bombers. Brock Lesnar, who's a wrestler. The late Ethel McCreary, who is one of the first female baseball players.
Okay, we also have Brianne Tyson-Eaton, who's a Canadian heptathlete from Humboldt, Saskatchewan.
So our last guest was telling us all about the tunnels of Moose Jaw. I want to know more. Let's dig a little deeper. Tell me about it.
So Cass portrayed like a common misconception that the tunnels are like this like fun and like eventful thing to see in Moose Jaw, when really they don't actually realize what actually happened and the severity to many of the workers. So the tunnels of the Chinese railway are a way for Canadians to experience like the lives of Chinese rail workers and how they were actually treated back then. And although the actors use like racial slurs, they typically forget to mention how many workers were actually injured and how many of them died from the treatment that they received.
In recent news, Donald Trump has been moving to get rid of Obamacare. Now Canada has its own version of Obamacare and universal health. Can you guys talk to me about that? What's it like in Canada?
Okay, so like Cassandra said, people typically think it's quite convenient and everyone is taken in quite quickly and everything's taken care of. Don't get us wrong, Canada's free healthcare is an incredible privilege. It provides healthcare insurance for all Canadian citizens. Why is it that Indigenous population does not seem to get the same amount of attention and respect that other Canadian citizens receive? Why is it that in 2014, an Indigenous man whose name was Brian Sinclair suffered for 34 hours in a Winnipeg hospital without being examined or treated and was left to die in a hospital bed without being cared for? Why is it that Aboriginal population's infant mortality rate in Aboriginal reserves is 14 babies to every 1,000? Why is it that the suicide rates among Aboriginal children is 11 times higher than the national average? Why is it that in January 2017, an Indigenous woman froze to death just outside the hospital in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, because the nurses forced her outside and asked her to leave the premises? And tell me, why does Canada believe that they can take away human rights and sterilize Indigenous women to keep them from having babies?
This is important information that everyone should know the truth about. Well, thank you both for coming on the show tonight and clearing up Saskatchewan for us. It was really important. I think we all learned a little bit about Saskatchewan. But yeah, that's all tonight. That's all the time we have. Apologies to Matt Damon. We will have to reschedule. Thank you again. Have a good night.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge.
Oh, you guys are still here. Didn't see you. Well, you know what? We had a lot of fun on the show tonight. Glad you guys were here for it. You know what? I think we all learned a little bit about the province of Saskatchewan. You know, there's a lot of fun things to do there, and it's not that bad after all. But what we all need to remember is those fun things, they came from colonization. So let's just think about that next time we do one of those fun Saskatchewan things. You'll have a good night.